Been on the grind. Takes Boy Marcus Q,
Your boy AV, y'all. We here. We here.
and this is the Math Social Presents.
Dirty Laundry Podcast. Back for another one. Crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got a video. I think this video has been around for a minute, but we decided to have some fun with it and cover it ourselves. In the video, I believe that there's a husband and wife, and they invited out his wife's girl for her birthday. So they took her out for her birthday dinner, and the rest of the party of females is giving him shit for not covering the whole tab. He only covered him, his wife, and the birthday girl, and he's like, "Y'all cover yourselves," and they're like, "Well, nah, y'all invited us," and he's like, "Well, the birthday girl invited y'all, and I'm treating her for her birthday." So they saying you the only man at the table, you should get it, and all of this riffraff. We want to know what y'all think and what y'all thoughts are, but we're gonna go ahead and run the video first.
Yeah, let's see what it look like, and then we're going to chop it up more. Here we go. Check it out.
I'm sorry, you're the only man at the table. Why are we doing separate checks? It's all women here.
I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday
But
girl.
you invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay? I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying your credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We doing split checks
That
now?
was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Y'all, hold on. This is my birthday, for real. You the only man at the table. You not gonna pay the checks?
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday. It's only fans.
You mean
Are you kidding me right now?
No, if that was the case, I would have just took you out.
Are you
for
being
your birthday.
Dre? Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and y'all gonna have to.
Y'all
Let's go.
know
Look,
When y'all going to have a
Split
husband.
checks.
No, I'm not paying for anything. That's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting check. I don't do that.
I got so many things I want to say.
I want to leave her face up there. I don't do that.
Um, I'm gonna kick off. What I find interesting is that you're only a man when they acknowledge your gender real quick when it comes to scenarios like this. You're the only man at the table. Now I'm a man when it's time to pay for all of y'all. Then they tried to reinforce it and bring in his wife and be like, "You gonna let him behave this way with a table full of women? What the fuck you talking about? What does that have to do with anything? Yes, a table full of women. Y'all are responsible for yourselves. I'm responsible for my wife and my wife's friend who she and wanted to treat for her birthday. I'm responsible for the people I brought. Case closed." And then she talks about that's ghetto playing Russian roulette, splitting up. You being loud, you being belligerent, you doing the most, you causing the scene. That's ghetto. You paying for your stuff quietly is not ghetto. Us splitting checks and me covering my think about it, like, so it was like one, two, three, four. It was six people at the table.
Yeah.
So he get that half, that cuts off three right there. So they only split a check between three people, which is pretty norm in most cases. It only get out of hand when you got like a party of 10 or more. So nothing is ghetto. It's not Russian roulette. Look down at what you ate, look at your receipt, and divvy up and pay for it. That's not ghetto. And it's just they want to use up a woman's husband for his resources because they don't have a man, and I find it that they like to do that. They want to be able to get the best of both worlds. They want to. That's basically like they treating him like that's their husband, basically, and they want to be able to get the resources for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why, mind you, this not all women are like this, right? But we talking specifically about this group right here and what went down. I do think there's a lot of people that go out and think like this sometimes, though. They think, oh, well, I'm going out and they're going to pay for the food. What really blew my mind is when one of the ladies said, "Oh, you're the only man at the table. What does that have to, so what does that mean?" Did like, I feel like saying things like that is kind of disrespectful to women. Like, you're basically saying, you're making it seem like women are not capable of paying, having money, or having, being independent and having their own finances. To say you're the only man at the table, okay, what does that have to do with the food that you ate that went in your belly, right? Versus what I ate and went in my belly, and it's so and so's birthday. Like, to show up to someone's birthday, um, and not make it clear. Like, if they could have, if they could have pulled that man to the side, whatever the case, and be like, hey, you coming for dinner? I just want to make sure, because if not, I can whatever. Okay, cool. But y'all automatically assume that. Where does that mentality come from? Like, I'm curious, bro. Where you like? Do you feel like a lot of this mentality comes from like home teachings or like society? Like, what's your take on that?
I think it comes from the mentality comes from there's a lot of men that will do it. A, that's the first problem. And B, women are able to use their resources of being a woman. Like, I'm a woman, so pay for me. And dudes
Mm,
will do it. They'll get guilted into doing it, and I'm sure they piggyback a lot. Like, women will have a well off or a kind husband that will pay. I've gotten to arguments about this in past relationships, and I stopped doing it altogether because they'll make you believe that they want you to cover their friends, but they can cause issue two ways. Oh, you covering my friends. Well, you made it seem like that's what you wanted.
mm.
Now it's an issue. You making it an issue because you set the tone that I'm covering your friends, and now you think I want something more over there just because I'm covering them. And then also it causes issues because like they want to be picky and choosy. Cover them today, don't cover them this day. How about I look out for my lady and my wife, and then I just stop it there. Boundaries.
You
Set that
know,
boundary.
that lady. Did you hear that at the end? The lady, she was like, she was looking for something to say. She was like, and then she was like, "You're being cheap." I'm like, first of all, wait. So the man's being cheap. What about the other people that don't want to pay nothing at all? Wouldn't you say they're being cheap?
They messing with his perception of reality, man. They gaslight. Because see, they'll use certain triggers like a man doesn't want to appear cheap in front of a group of women, so they like let's pull out all the artillery, all the stops. Let's call him cheap. Say he not a man, and then maybe they'll do anything to get that free meal. They will emasculate the shit out of you to get that free
Yeah,
meal.
they
But don't
guilting
fall
him.
for it, bro.
Like,
Hold your ground, bro. He held his ground. He's like, I'm paying for my wife. Y'all not finna. Yeah, this ain't a builder husband. I belong to this lady over here. She belongs to me, and I'm not finna pay for y'all for what? That it's exhausting because this is why I say, fellas, you need to be real careful when you provide certain things to a woman
mm,
and they start not needing you. Like if they can continuously go out with you and have nice dinners with you and your wife, get dressed up, get the company of a man, the conversation of a man, it's like they're not even gonna put no energy into getting a man. Cause they're like, I'm already on this free ride. I'm on a coattail. That's misery loves company too. That's why you will see most girls will try to stop a chick from getting a man. She got a good man right there. He held his ground and I'm glad shout out to her for saying I don't see the problem if he don't want to pay. That's my husband. Y'all can pay for y'all own stuff. He don't got to pay
e-
for y'all. I
exactly.
want to
It's my
know. I
birthday.
want to know. Yeah, I want to know if there's anybody out there. We got to check out the comments. Is there anybody out there that think that this is being cheap? Really?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there is. I'm pretty sure there's some skewed type of mindsets where they think like, oh, the man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and it's sad because like the laws of etiquette. Like I met women that feel like the man is supposed to do a certain thing, and it's like, well, that's not natural. That's not the everybody don't think like that. Like maybe you were raised that way, but for you to expect other people to be raised that way and to think the way you think, you kind of living in a or false reality. You're not asking questions. Like I said, I don't. I think they wrong for expecting like, oh, you're supposed to. Like, no, no, I don't owe you nothing. I'm not married to you. I'm not in a relationship with you. You probably don't even know some of these two of those women. He's like, I didn't even invite you. He said it. He was like, I didn't even invite you. So just because so you can invite all the people you want and I'm supposed to pay for it all because I'm the only man at the table. Like, what does that mean? Like, we all got wallets and purses or whatever. You ate. You know what you ordered on that menu. Did you look at the price? You thought this was a free ride? Like, this ain't a wedding. It's a it's a birthday. I can see like the weddings they be like that. Like, okay, yeah, I ain't expect nobody. We invited y'all to our wedding, and this is the meals. You ain't paying for that. Cool. But birthday, that's kind of
What's funny to me,
exaggerated.
they saying he being cheap and stuff, but they'll gain more respect for him in the long run. He'll just get abused if you continue to he would have paid for that, it would have got worse and more respect would have been lost, and they would have just been expecting that shit. He would have turned into a doormat. So I'm glad he put his foot down. And you right, I'm only responsible for my lady and my wife. And if it was up to me, fellas, I wouldn't pay for my girl's friends ever,
If I know them, I
ever.
could see if like I
No,
built a
no,
relationship
no,
with
no,
some of them.
no, no,
Kill me. He's like,
no.
no.
I'm gonna tell you why. Why?
No,
Why?
I get it. I get it.
If it's my girl's birthday and she wants something in particular, and she comes to me and say, "Baby, hey, can you pay for me and my friends to do A, B, and C?" Then I will consider it. Anything outside of that, no,
Yeah, yeah. People got to know like they don't
nope.
got you under their thumb. They can't just get what they want from you when they want from you. Like, nah, it ain't that type of party. You got to work to earn that.
I had to sit here at this table and spend time with more than one woman
Oh, look,
and then
see, now
pay
you went
for
deep
it.
water. Now you, you should have left it at that.
I'm just saying, bro. Like
Everything.
that ain't even that's clown world shit. I got one wife and I gotta sit here and talk to y'all and listen to y'all conversations at dinner alone as a man and then pay for said dinner? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm opting out of
But
that
they should be
because
paying for his. Look at you. Look at that's what you feel. Who's
I
gonna pay for
treated
my meal?
y'all. Yeah. Hey, do
You know
you
what? All
sound
right,
crazy?
let's throw a wrench in this. I have a question. What if what if there was a gay guy at the table? Would the,
They wouldn't have did him like that. They would have been splitting the check between everybody. And you know they would have.
he
Them like,
heard
girl, you had this, you had that, girl, Montez had that, and Montez be like, no, the fuck, I didn't, girl, I did not. They would be splitting it up, arguing, being ghetto, and no, they would walk
they
away.
still would have
They
been
tried
like,
to
but
take
you're
it
the
back.
only heterosexual man at the table.
Yup, yup. Oh, yes, yes.
He doesn't
You're the
count.
only straight man here. You should post a fall for this. But anyways, you let me know what y'all think. Y'all know what it is. It's the Map Social Presents.
Dirty Lousy podcast, yo. We having fun, chill.
Yup.
Want to see more videos like this last one?
Hey, just like, share, and comment. That's what you were doing, right? He said it.
I
got
didn't
it.
think it was gonna be so short. You gave me that thing.
You stopped
All
too
right,
quick. Yeah, I'm ready when you ready to go. You want me to go first?
No.
So go.
There you go. And then you're right. Want to see more content like the last one?
Make sure you like, share, and comment.
You go first, cause I don't like the way you said it.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This your boy AV here at the Map Social. You want to see more content like this?
The words you choose.
Like, share. What? Tell me what words to say.
Like, share, and subscribe.
This is Texas. Banging screws, staying true. I'm still Texas, yeah.
Steady tipping, steady flipping on the
I'm
grind.
still Texas,